The moment of truth is here. We have put the hose on and we are ready to test it. Fingers crossed it works. G'day viewers, Chris Atkins here. Welcome back to my channel, The Car Wash Chronicles. Back in Tucson at the car wash, we're putting in the air dryers. Like I said in my previous video, I'm going to put them in. So let's go show you the installation process. It's not going to be a step-by-step. It's not going to be an instructional video on how to do it. So you want to save a couple of bucks from paying someone to do it. You know, it's basically me just documenting my journey and how I build up my car washes. So not a step-by-step instruction, just a video on me installing the air dryers. So enjoy. So here we have it, the big air dryer. 4-bay car wash, so we got 4 each. Quiet up there, my work is up there. So here we have an air dryer. Let's open it up and check it out. Wow. So here we have the wall holder. This is going to hold the gun. It's always fun, even as a grown-up. It's going to sit in there like that. Obviously. And that's the hose. Put that over there. And then we have this bit which goes from the boom to the motor. That's going to be too short. Again, we've got PVC piping, I'll show you. Ooh, look at this. I mean, it's a lot of writing and says a lot, but I don't think people read all this small writing. I'd rather one big sign that says air dryer. Simple, easy. I mean, I'll put these up for fun, but whatever. And then here it is. It's the round one. It's got 3 motors in it. That's where the air comes out. And that's it. Little stickers, which we don't need. So let's go ahead and unbox the booms. This is what the box that the booms come in look like. Wow! Look at that. 2 booms and 2 wall mounts with some stickers. Super Chamois 2. Looks like Street Fighter logo, Street Fighter 2. So the way that they set them up and make it is that you got this bit, you know, you got the hose coming from the motor down to the top of the boom, and then the hose from the boom down to the bay. But because it's so hot here, it's Arizona, 120 in summertime. In my experience, this splits and it gets holes in it. And when it gets holes in it, obviously the air escapes. So it's not very powerful for the customer. So how do we fix that? PVC pipe in. That's not going to split in the heat. Maybe after 10 years, but it's going to do the trick. So I did that at my other car washes in California, and we're going to do it here for obvious reasons. So I put up a couple of signs from CleanRite yesterday. And I mean, they're just from CleanRite. They're okay, nothing fancy. Again, all this little writing, no one's gonna read it. All I need is a sign that says pre-soak, tire cleaner. But that's good enough for now. I mean, it looks all right, brush wash. If people wanna read it, they'll read it, but I doubt they do. Absolutely no alcohol or drugs. Yeah, all right, no one's gonna pay attention to that. But in terms of where the air dryers are going to go, the air dryers are going to go right here. So I'm going to take these guys off. I got brand new mat holders. I'll probably put them here. 4 mat holders there. And then this wall will be tire cleaner, pre-soak, and air dryers. Oh, and one more thing. Look what I got yesterday, just to make it look nice and pretty. Some nice rocks, make it look pretty. And then I get here this morning, and there's rocks everywhere. There's rocks all over the ground. Now, how does the rocks go from here to there? I mean, there's only one way that these white rocks get all over the ground over there, and that's by some idiot who decides to pick them up and throw them. And there was actually a bunch of them in here sitting there for some reason. So I guess these rocks were a bad idea. They look good, but that's why we can't have nice things. So we've got the PVC pipe coming down, and we are going to attach this to the wall, which is going to hold the boom, just like that. We are on the roof. So here we have the blowers somewhat set up in position. This is what it's going to look like. 3 motors, all wired up, ready to go. You just got to attach these wires to more wires and inside to the breaker box. But you can see we've got the PVC pipe. I mean, the way to do it, the way it comes is a hose, but like I explained before, it cracks in the heat, and there's no hotter place than Arizona. So we got one there, we got one here, and then obviously this dome is going to sit over that to protect it. It's going to get hot, so we might drill holes in the side for airflow. And one thing I noticed when they painted, the painters obviously didn't do that good of a job, because they sprayed the spot-free tank. That's right, I'll get that off with a little goof off or whatever, paint remover. And I guess it's finally time to remove the tape off the lights. May as well do that. There's me down there. There's the homeless encampment that's still there. We did call a city about them. I guess they didn't really do a whole lot. That car's been there for a long time. Wonder what they're doing. So this is what the boom's gonna look like. It's on the angle. You're probably like, why is it angled? It's not straight. That's so it goes back to that position, because I don't want it just hanging out in the middle here. I don't want it hanging out on that side. I want it to go back to this position. So you're probably curious, how much do these air dryers cost each? Well, these ones we got, I think, were about 1,600 plus tax and shipping, so maybe about 1,700 or 1,800 each. And we got 4 bays, so times that by 4, it's what, 7 grand or whatever. 7.5, close to 8, and that's for a 4-bay car wash. So if you've got more bays, it's going to cost more, obviously. And then you got labor, you got wire from Home Depot, and all these other expenses to go along with it. I just spent $1,000 at Home Depot yesterday. Conduit, wire, everything I need just to get these in, and that was $1,000. So at the end of the day, probably about 10 grand for a 4-bay car wash to get air dryers in. But in my experience, it's going to come back. You know, it's going to add 20% to the my bottom line, the revenue, as it has in my other car washes, as it has in Uncle Stuart's car washes, because again, it's just another function. Instead of people paying for 4 minutes, they're going to pay for 6 minutes because they want to use all the different functions. They want the extra 2 minutes for the air dryers, so that's why you have the 10 function rotary switch. Coming along nicely. We got 2 bays done, 2 to go. So there we have it, drilled in. That ain't going anywhere. Hey, frisbee. Want to play frisbee? Oh, almost in the bin. If that went in the bin, I would have had to have everyone send me like $100 or something. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run the conduit all the way from the motors into this box here, which I'm blocking the light from, and then down there, and then it's going to go straight to the breaker box. So I remember when I first showed this, one of the comments was that's going to be covered in grime and algae or whatever it is, green moss, in a week because of the hot Arizona sun. Well, it's been probably 6 or 7 weeks now, and besides a little bird poop, which is going to happen to anything, it's still spotless. No green in there. Crystal clear, no green algae. Sorry to burst your bubble, no mold, nothing. But 1 week has been by. It's been about 7 or 8, like I said, and still brand new, still perfect. I'll check it again in a year for you to keep you happy. So I just cleaned off the paint as good as I could. So now it's brand new again. Let's go down the bottom and see how it looks, because it stood out like DBs before. So now there's no red all over the spot-free tank. Looks a little cleaner, a little better. So that's what it looks like from the PVC pipe with a 2-inch coupling onto the hose, and the hose goes straight into the boom. And then I'm going to put this bad boy on the end here, and it's going to loop down into the holder right here. Just an example of some of the things that they find at the car wash. So we've got the sticker here. It's actually pretty cool. I'm going to put it on the holder. Oh. Alright, I think we got it. Very nice. Look at that. Super chamois. Let's see what this guy's trying to do. Trying to fit under? Did he really think it was going to fit? Really? The things you see, he's cleaning his kitchen. He brought his stovetop, his oven. The good thing about having a quick mart right next to your car wash, when you're on the roof dying of heat, just walk across and get a nice cold drink. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. This is the finished result. Very nice. We've got the domes on. We've got the PVC piping going down to the bays, so that way we won't have any hose slits in the hoses when it's so hot, and that's super nice. So very nice. The moment of truth is here. We have put the hose on and we are ready to test it. Fingers crossed it works. If it doesn't work, I'm done. I'm selling the car washes and I'm out. So let's go ahead and start this thing with the secret code. It's on stop. Okay, here we go. 3, 2. Oh, it works! Wow! Without the trigger, it's a chamois. When you pull the trigger, it's a super chamois. There you have it. Air dryers are in, done, signed, sealed, and delivered. Wow! Air dryers, huh? Say hi to my fans. Alright. Well guys, there you have it. It's been an 8-hour day so far. No, 10-hour day. We got here at 7 in the morning. It's now, I think, 6, 11-hour day. Whatever that is, it doesn't matter. We got it done. Finished product. We are done. That's the air dryers. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Atkins with the Car Wash Chronicles.